Hi everybody. Today we start a series of International Women's Day. So our guest is Perizat. Hi Perizat,
Hi, Shoina.
how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm quite good. What about you?
Okay, I'm very nervous. It's my
Ye-
first live, so
Yeah, it happens so in
it
every
will be
first
good.
that we do all the time. Congratulations, by the way, considering it's your first, I don't know, position in this role.
Uh, okay, uh, I tell about myself something. My name is Shoina. I'm GDG organizer from Dushanbe. And today is talk about International Women's Day. That's why we invite you. We want to hear your story, how you decide to be in technology,
Mm-hmm.
why you're interested in that, and maybe something interesting you can share with us or something inspiring.
Okay, thank you for inviting me for this event. Hopefully, I will be helpful for people who are women who are trying to change their career or trying to start their career in tech. And let me start from the very start. I come from Kyrgyzstan. I moved to Turkey in 2014 for university. First, I started studying in mathematics department, but then it was in 2014. So, like, I wish I had some directions, some advices regarding my department. In that time, I thought that finishing mathematics department, I could be just their like academician or teacher or professor, and I didn't want to be like academician. I didn't want to have academic career. So what I did, I changed my department to industrial engineering. So I'm graduated from
Mhm.
industrial engineering, and I started working while I was still studying, and I was just searching for jobs without like realizing which department I want. I just wanted to start working. You know, like when you about to finish university, you most of people they don't know what they want to do. They just want to start working and to be independent and to start gaining money. So that's how it happened that I started to work in air conditioning sector. So I started to work as an because I know like I have language advantages knowing English and Russian and Turkish. I started working in an expert department as an expert engineer, expert sales engineer in one Turkish company, air conditioning company. It's called Untes. So after working there 1 year, I moved to Istanbul and start because after the first year like you get first year of your experience and even you want to find a new job, it's always easier to find the job that you're already proficient in because you already have an experience. So it was for me like very easy to find in the same field work. So I also started working in Istanbul as well in the same sector as an expert sales engineer. But then um, I was jobless for quite long, for 4 months, because I was going to go to Qatar. I found job there, and COVID came. So COVID basically changed the lives of everyone. Everything was upside down. So all the visa applications, everything got annullated. So I left my job and I stayed without job from Qatar. So, but I was so much, like because I started to work while even I was a student, I just wanted to rest. So it was not a big issue for me. So I rested like for 4 months, and after 4 months, the company that I used to work in Istanbul, they called me back uh, because it looks like I was happy about it because first I was not searching for job. I was not like excited, like worried about it. And in the same time, it was obvious that in 2 months I was able to show myself as a good employee in that company, so that they called me back. But this time they called me back for another position, which was in a totally new department to lead a totally new project. Basically, in Turkey, there is new nuclear power plant being built. It's the first one in Turkey. So
Mhm.
they want me to work on this project to supply air conditioning units for this project. And the hardest part of this job was that I am all by myself. Like I don't have there is no one in the company who is proficient doing this project or who can guide me to do like what to do in this project. So still, thanks God, everything went well and I got used and I became successful in this project. But after a while, it became like routine for me, the work I do. I was, let's say, there was times I was feeling bored and feeling that I'm not developing myself. So
Mhm.
that's the time when I started to get interested in programming. And I started to because I already covered some basics in the university as an industrial engineer. We had some courses in like how, like all the engineers they have like introduction to programming, and so I covered already Python. I knew some basics, so I decided to review my skills, my knowledge that I already have from university. So by I started doing that, and then so I encountered one boot camp. There is an organization recorded. By the way, for the people who are in Turkey, I very much suggest to apply for the boot camps. It's all for free. It's an you can consider it as non-governmental organization. Of
Mhm.
course, the challenge to get to that boot camp is the competition is quite high because like in my time, for example, we were like 5% of students like of people who applied who got accepted. There is like several stages to apply for this application to bootcamp. First you apply, then you pass some tests, some not just technical but also they check for quality, like personal quality check, and then there is an interview. So that's it's a long process, but after you get into this bootcamp, it's quite good and challenging in the same time. And by the way, just to give an information about this bootcamp, they have several options for UX, UI, for front end, and for back end. I got into back end development bootcamp, and of course, in that time, the backend development was in JavaScript, and I knew nothing of JavaScript. Actually, they required to know JavaScript before starting the bootcamp. Because I had some already Python language knowledge, I was able to learn JavaScript in like 2 weeks, like the syntax basically. It's like Kazakh, and you want to learn Kyrgyz or like something like that. Like it's they're very like close to each other. It's just the different syntax. So it's very easy when you know one language to learn another language. It's just basically like creating a connection between the syntaxes and realizing that connection. So, like for the people who think that, there are many people who think that, like they're confused from which language to start. Like, should I learn that language? Should I learn this language? I would
Mhm.
suggest just to pick up one and to start learning and to become like very good in it and to understand uh,
Principles.
yeah, principles, the basics, the fundamentals, and then like it will be very easy to learn another language. It's syntax, and we have to actually, because like technology changing all the time, the technologies that we use are changing all the time, so we have to be updated all the time and we need to learn new things all the time. So basically what motivated me to start to change my career to tech is to learn everything new. Like every new day you need to learn everything new. Like you have to develop yourself every day. Like you cannot, I don't know, just learn something and to get comfortable, to get in your comfort zone and to do the same thing every day and every day and every day. So, and also in programming, in tech, like overall, because you're creating something, you can be very creative, like So that's really what excited me and I got accepted to boot camp, and I started boot camp. In the very first time, of course, it was quite challenging. I was not, first 2 weeks I was not getting what's going on, but yeah, then you get used to, and it was very intense. um, it was quite good that I was able to do it while I was having like 9 to 5 job, even though it was very intense boot camp. But my life was like work, boot camp, sleep, work, boot camp, sleep. Yeah, like when you are trying to switch your career, you have to sacrifice maybe some of your stuff, like I don't know, some going out, meeting friends, or doing other stuff, having like I don't know, just pleasure and watching TV. Like if you want to change your career without leaving your previous job, it's quite hard, to be honest. But when
Yes.
you will be able to do it, probably it will be very like great. So I'm graduated from backend development bootcamp. It was like 2 months technical training and 2 months capstone project, and also they provide services like career services for like 6 months, and they give like suggestions on CVs and just to improve like maybe just they do mock interviews as well. So they try to help in any way they can. Right now, this program is just in MENA region, like in Turkey, in Iraq, in Lebanon.
Mhm.
I also like to like get them this organization into Central Asian countries. Actually, it's a very nice program, and I'm sure it would help like many youth, and not just youth, everyone who wants to get into tech, basically. Yeah. And after that, of course, I didn't stop learning, because because I maybe like you will never learn everything, but still, like I learned just maybe like 3%, maybe 5. I cannot put into percentage, but still like very small amount of knowledge that I had. And I still like feel myself, as Asghar said, all the newbies, they all have imposter syndrome, and including me. I'm not the I'm not an exclusion here. Including me, I have an imposter syndrome, and maybe I still have, and I feel like I don't know many things, and I need to learn many things still. But it's true that we need to start from somewhere, and we need to believe in ourselves.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. So after that, I continued with some courses on Coursera, on EDX, and like algorithmic toolbox, because I was having also a mentor from Bloomberg. It's a part of agreement with Recorded.
Mhm.
So with that mentor, I was able to somehow like to draw my path, like to proceed and to progress. So according to his suggestions, it was very important to know the basics and algorithms and data structures. It's the like fundaments of being in tech. So I was continued to learn these basics on EDX, on Coursera. These are the education platforms where everyone can get education for free, but the certifications, if you want to get, you may need to pay some money. But in the same time, for example, EDX, no, Coursera, they provide also
Free
discount.
courses.
So, yeah, free courses, but even if it's not free, you can apply to make it to
Mhm.
get the free certification, because certifications are not for free. But if you have like any financial problems, you can still apply and state your condition, like your situation, and they provide for free that certification as well. Also, I would suggest the course that I was taking and I'm about to finish. It's called from Harvard, CS50 Introduction to Computer Science. It's very nice program. I really love it. I love like the David Mellon, how he teaches, and like how he puts in a very simple way. And basically, you get like all the basics, and it's explained quite well, and it's for free, and you can get also certificate for free. So I would suggest it to everyone. CS50 from Harvard. It's also provided in their own platform and also on EDX. Yeah, so I'm still learning. I'm still developing myself, and I'm still on its on this way. And I don't know what I can add to. If you have any questions, I'm pleased. I will be pleased to answer, and also to add here, if anyone like have any questions regarding this or any motivation or inspiration personally, I would love to help, because it's not an easy path. It's not like it might not, especially if you are not like from I don't know, childhood or from like teenagerhood, like you are not like, I don't know, programming or like or you're not like, I don't know, in computer engineering, it may be quite hard to get into this path. So I'm ready to help to anyone. And also I would also like to add here that many people think that they should be very good in math, like they should
Mhm.
be perfect in mathematics, like to be able to programming, but it's not quite true. It's actually there are some maybe ideas, topics, some, let's say, that mathematic basics that you need to cover, but it's not that like you should be best in mathematics. I don't know, you should be in like, I don't know, attend an olympiad or anything. Everything can be done and in every age, so like, not, don't let anything to stop you, like, you know. It just, there's so many resources out there even for free. So if you want to be, if you really want to be become something, or like, I don't know, become, especially in like to move to tech, it's actually, if you really want, it's easy and it's quite available, like all around in the internet these days. It's very easy like to find an information, to find a guide, and like and if, even if it's for free, so nothing can stop if you really want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Farizat. As I want to tell you about my story, because
Mhm.
math was the biggest fear of mine. Like I thought I should be pro at math, and I sat at books at Khan Academy, if you know, with math, statistics, and days and weeks. I just waste my time, and I think, oh no, that's not my programming, not mine. I can't understand anything. But the point is, it's not right way. You just need to start with programming and some principles or concepts in math, and then you should to Google and to understand the topic. Not to start from math. I will be pro at math, then at statistics. My profession, my major is data science, so I thought I should be pro at statistics, at math, but in fact, you need just Google your right team and understand, and these all themes.
Yeah,
So we have some guests here,
you know that they say
but
like
no questions.
programmers are good googlers.
Yeah, right. Uh, you should to be good Googler if you want to be a good programmer. So that's right. Uh, I have another questions,
Okay.
so no one asks. I have questions about you. I live in Tajikistan. You from Kyrgyzstan, and you know we heard we have some another mentalities. I don't know. Uh, Girls here, maybe some conservative parents say programming is only for boys. You should know it's not for you. And some girls, young girls, and with high potential, they think, okay, it's not my profession, okay, it's for boys, it's not of mine. And
Mhm.
parents don't support them in their wishes. How in Kyrgyzstan is the situation? Because in Tajikistan now it's having some progress.
Uh, Actually, I live in Turkey for 9 years, so I cannot clearly say what's happening in Kyrgyzstan. But for example, I have a sister. She's 15 years old, and she started programming. Like, I mean, she started to go to programming courses. Maybe in big cities, it's not a like problem, but in like rural areas like villages, far cities, I'm sure that it's problem, maybe not from parents but from the community, like from even, like when you have in the same class you
Mhm.
have boys and they just underestimate girls. It's a quite huge actually like issue that the girls, they put the limits themselves because of the surrounding, because of the community, because of the people around. And I also am sure that people, especially youth, teenagers in rural areas, in villages, they don't know even what they can reach, what is out there in the world. Like, they are like limited. So it would be, I don't know. I thought of having a program just to make students, teenagers aware of what they can reach, what they can, I don't know, achieve, what kind of universities they're out there, what kind of, I don't know, like resources that they can have for
Mhm.
free, actually, not even for moving, because now everyone have like phones, right? But I'm sorry, Simon, Simon. I'm sorry, it's my cat. So yeah, it would
Oh,
be
it's
great.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know why he's shouting, but whatever. So it would be great to make youth, to make teenagers aware of what is like out there, what they can achieve, like to just push their, goals like to upper higher level. Because maybe like in rural areas they just think that they can, I don't know, they can go to university, or they can achieve something just going to, like, I don't know, some university in the closest city, or like like I'm sure that many youth, many teenagers, especially in my country, they have limited view of the world.
Yeah, right. I think it should be all in the past, like girl job, boy job, and we should just try make.
Um,
In Tajikistan now a lot of courses, like especially for girls in tech. Like I coach only for girls to make them force, to make them inspire, go in the tech. So I
great.
think the situation will be better and better every day.
Yeah.
So here the question: what about salaries in Turkey?
Okay, I can tell you that it's best to work for companies abroad in USA, in Europe, and to maybe like to live in Turkey or in Central Asian countries, because yeah, the salaries, of course, I'm sure that it's better than in Central Asia, but still, it's not like wow. Like, I cannot tell you exact range, but of course it's always better to work for
Mhm.
some European, for United States like companies, and to live here, because your expenses will be much less and you'll be gaining according to the standards of US or Europe. So it's best to work for those companies abroad and to be wherever you want, maybe in Turkey, maybe in Kyrgyzstan, maybe in Tajikistan, right? So yeah, like I suggest not to focus on Turkish companies, to be honest.
Uh-huh. Okay, good, good. So, and do
Just
you want to move from Turkey somewhere, Europe or USA? What is your last goal?
just to add to the previous point, I'm sorry. There are actually, like, I have some friends, I have some people I know that they work for companies in Turkey, and they have it's a European company. They have an office in Turkey. For example, those companies, they pay well, like maybe minimum like $3,000, like or
Mhm.
above, I don't know, 4 or 5. Like, it varies, right, according to the position. If you're a junior, if you're a senior, if you're a mid, yeah. So that's also another like option. For example, if people come to Turkey or want to work in Turkey, also to try to focus on to work in international company, and they have a like office, maybe branch in Turkey. Those companies also they pay well. Yeah, and regarding moving from Turkey, by the way, I am also interested in data science. I was actually
Mhm.
surprised to hear that you are graduate from data science. I actually applied to one university in Italy for data science master degree. I got accepted,
Mm,
but
cool.
I'm not sure if I will go because I have some other maybe priorities, let's say. I would love to go, but I'm not sure yet if I will be going because I have some paper,
Mhm.
uh, let's say, bureaucratic stuff in Turkey. So yeah, like you know,
Congrats, that's cool.
yeah. Thank you.
I
Uh,
hope you will go. I hope you
Hopefully,
will.
if I will go, it would be really great
Go.
because it's a good
So,
university.
so, and I have a question. How life in Turkey? Like, it's good for living. Like, prices. It's enough salary, or it's quite
Uh,
expensive.
Look, in Turkey, the situation changed so much. Like in the last 2 years since the start of
After.
COVID, the economic situation of
Mhm,
Turkey is quite bad, and especially I live in Istanbul, and living in Istanbul, the prices increased like triple times, maybe like quadruple times. The prices like now like skyrocketed, So it became like for well, like most of the people, it became hard to live in Istanbul because the rent prices got so high, every like everything got so expensive,
mhm,
otherwise beside the economical situation, if you are like I cannot say like the salary ranges and stuff because it's quite different. There are people who gain like I don't know basic salary which is around $300. There are people who gain like 2,000, 3,000, right? So
mhm,
it varies from people to people regarding the situation. But to be honest, because of the economic situation of Turkey, everything went very expensive. And, because there was also an earthquake in Turkey in
yeah.
10 like regions. So it was like quite big. It affected millions of people. So millions of people need to relocate. That's why also in Istanbul, the rent prices, it got just, I don't know, like the double, triple prices. And of course, it became hard, right? But beside that, overall as a living as a culture, uh, Turkish people, they love Central Asians.
Mhm,
So you don't feel like you're a foreigner in Turkey because they see
mhm,
you like you're like you are brothers, like we come from Central Asia, Turkish people, they see it like we come there. So I never in 9 years I never felt like I'm a foreigner. And when I first moved in Turkey, it was quite easy for me, to be honest. Like I didn't feel like a foreigner. I didn't thanks God I didn't encounter any like bad situation or anything from Turkish people. Like of course I'm not saying they are like no everyone is good. In every country there are bad people and there are good people,
mhm,
uh, but overall the attitude of Turkish people to Central Asians are very good. We don't feel like any racism. Even though they are like some people who are racist to some other people, the same people, they don't treat you like that you're like I don't know, like they treat you as brother. So in that terms it's quite good. And the overall the situation as a comfort, like the living and everything is provided to you. Like I'm quite comfortable here, to be honest, like in terms of the comfort, the living, the
mhm,
transportation, and the facilities available. If you want to, and overall Turkey is very like beautiful country, and it has many beautiful places. So like especially if you work remotely, right? It would be great just to be everywhere next to sea, next in the greens, and to work from that if you have
right.
internet, of course. Yeah. So yeah, like I can. That's my experience with Turkey. But
Cool.
I don't like. I know I don't get attached to one place too much. I love to
Mhm,
travel. So I don't mind to go like even like I don't know now, like I don't know, tomorrow, next month, to go to another city and to relocate, even not just for tourism but to relocate, because I love like exploring new cities, new countries, new cultures. It's always great. So so from after some time, I feel like I'm not fitting in this place, you know, like when you like imagine it like a bottle and you're like you are like overflowing the bottle, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, like I would love
Yeah,
to see another country as well, even though I love Turkey. Yeah.
yeah, I got it. That's cool that your job can allow you travel around the world. More job. I like the thing about it. So there are another questions from Olia. Can you tell us the funniest incident at work or your daily routine?
Funniest incident. It's actually a quite embarrassing incident I had when I was in my previous company in Ankara. Uh, I thought I lost, like, I had some stuff. I went to hospital, I went to work, I was in hospital, and then I realized that I'm not finding my phone. I searched like everywhere. Like I went to hospital, and like I was not finding phone, and there was like quite. I came after Erasmus trip, so it was like I was half in a year in Europe, and I had so nice photos. Even though if it's not nice, it's like memory, you know. And I felt so bad about it. I was even crying. So after that, I went to work, and everyone saw me so sad, and they also got so much upset that I lost my phone, and they started to ask like where I made lost and stuff. And I said like I used taxi, so probably I left it in taxi. And like so we started to search about like the locations, you know, the taxi stations, and to call them. They started like doing all of this, and I in that time I had Xiaomi phone, so it has like find me option. So it turns out we could enter from computer my number, not number, the phone, like username and stuff. So I remembered my username and we entered, and we decided. Like with my colleagues, that it's better if I go to the location of the taxi station, and then they will ring. So the taxi, like I don't know, so the people, they will not hide that they have my phone, you know. So what we did, like the driver in the company, he took me to that taxi station, and they pressed on the ring. There is a option to ring the phone, even though it's, I don't know if it's turned off. Like it can find, like it rings like very very like high, you know, like the sound, and very high and annoying.
Yeah.
So when I reached, they pressed, and it was, the ring was coming from the office. It turns out the phone was in my bag. Can you imagine? All this time, everything, all this, I don't know. I felt, I came to back to office, and I was so much embarrassed, you know. It went like under down there, like in down of my bag. So all this time it was in my bag. And it was very embarrassing and
It's
funny.
so relatable, so relatable.
Yeah.
So another questions, how many people do you think have the opportunity to go to Turkey for the sake of career?
Are we talking here about career in tech, or what kind of career?
Maybe tech, let's see.
Yeah, regarding having the opportunity, like if you want to work specifically in Turkey, you need to know Turkish first of all, because many Turkish people they don't know English, to be honest. Like
Mhm.
people like foreigners who don't know Turkish, they may have some troubles with I don't know, communicating with people, because like even though the English language taught in schools, they have like quite big problem with English. So first of all, you need to learn Turkish if you want to work in a Turkish company. And the opportunities, there are of course quite high opportunities, but regarding tech, as I told you, like it's better to focus on European or United States companies, or to come to Turkey and to work in those companies that operates like it has a branch in Turkey, but it's international company. If you are talking about tech career, but if you are talking about let's say career in other departments, like I don't know, like expert sales engineer, or like any career that requires some language skills, it's very, like Russian speakers, for example, in high demand in Turkey, because you know, because of the situation between Ukraine and Russia, many Russian like markets, like quite huge Russian market opening for Turkey. So they were like quite like high demand. There was times I was getting call like every week, because I know, just because I know like Russian and I know like Turkish, so they required someone who knows, I don't know, like Turkish and English and Russian, to be able to make like some business with Russian companies or with Russia, right? So if there is a like, if you know like, I don't know, Turkish and English, maybe especially Russian, you may find job easily in Turkey. Yeah, that's what I can say about working in Turkey.
Mhm.
But in terms of salaries, as I told, like it's better than Central Asian countries, but it's worse than Turkey, like European and USA countries. Yeah.
So there is another question. Can you say something in Turkish?
Tell me what to say. I will say it.
Say, we are glad to see you here, our subscribers, or something like this.
Sizleri burada görmekten çok memnunuz, çok mutluyuz.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Hmm.
And there's another question about IT market in Turkey. So, how develop the IT market in Turkey?
Uh,
Um,
I don't know how much like I can answer it right, but I can say that of course it's quite developed because there are many startups, startup companies. They are
mhm,
like in terms of IT, like it's, for example, a very basic thing like government, right? There is like a app, web app, and also like mobile app for
mhm.
all the uh, documents that you need in like from the government, from, I don't know, registration offices, you can get from your phone, like, you know, like it's something very basic. When you need, like, you don't need to go to some place and to get like paper and stuff. You can get it like with QR code, or from your like phone, or from your a laptop, and just, I don't know, take out, it's printed and etc. Like, I mean, even the government products are developed quite good, which I'm very satisfied. It makes people's life easier. I suppose I can say that it's quite developed in Turkey IT.
So cool. That's very interesting. So we had another subscribers here. I think it's time because we have talked about everything. I think you gave us the advices how to how to get into IT, and it was very interesting. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much. I hope I will be helpful for someone. And if
Uh,
anyone needs any, hello,
Hi,
hello.
Star.
I'm back. I was just talking to while we were watching this great talk. I was talking to Barush. Maybe he could. He said hi in the chat, but he uh, technically he was not able to say hi. Uh, can I just briefly show a short presentation, 2 slides about the Google
Of course.
community and how you guys can engage? Oh, great, thank you. I'll be real quick. Uh, uh, this is our, I hope you can see on the, yeah, you can see. So this, we call this at Google developers, Google for developers ecosystem. Um, this is a large region starting from Mongolia. Actually, we are working in not only in Central Asia, also Azerbaijan, Turkey, also Middle East and North Africa. Barish here, he is watching this live stream. He is in charge of these 2 regions for Google for developers and Google for startups programs delivery. Also, Beza is responsible for Turkey and Azerbaijan, and I'm helping Central Asia countries. We have people who watch this. lucky because you can know our announcements. We look for new leaders for Google student clubs in universities. Deadline, this is already extended. It's not May, until end of June, 31st June. In any university, in any country of Central Asia, students can apply and create Google clubs. For example, they can participate in Google hackathons, organize meetups with Google experts. Googlers can fly, they really can fly to you. That's what we see in Tashkent. They plan event for November. Already 4 Googlers wanted to attend, and two people from US already making visas. I saw it in email thread because they register events. Really amazing chance. And this year, a team from Tajikistan got to top 100, and 2 teams from Kazakhstan top 100 of hackathon via these student clubs. First time in history. Also, we look for women tech maker ambassadors. Any lady, not necessarily deep technical, it could be manager, even people with HR background, marketing, ladies in technology world, they can apply and to inspire other women leaders. I invite all of you to apply for this, and we'll look for experienced technical experts. For Google developer expert, priority is, or at least for me, is Android machine learning cloud, but we have other opportunities. Here are the links. If somebody is interested, I will send them in chat and in comments of this video. We have ongoing Android certification. This really helps to boost CV, self-study program via this link, and we have weekly meetings to support learning. Same goes for AI, machine learning. Today announced a generative AI course on Class Skill Boost is really cool. If 20 people who are top performers in this cloud AI learning, they will get internships from our partners. Partners are Kyrgyz Software Association residents. It's companies working for experts. Kazakhstan's IT hub, most hub in Almaty. Uzbekistan IT Park. Also, will try to help you with media coverage of your success within this cloud AI program. And please subscribe to this channel, people who watch on YouTube. On the top right, you see button subscribe, and then you will see more amazing streams, videos like our great ladies performed today. We will be happy if you subscribe. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for Shoina. Thank you. My camera always. Barish told me I need to glue it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing all that valuable information.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Shoina, for great moderating. Thank you, Perizat, for great story.
Thank you.
So join GDG Dushanbe, GDG Central Asia, and have a good time with you, Perizat. So I hope we will see you later. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you for having me, and hopefully we'll stay in touch.
So, okay, bye everyone.
Bye bye.